So I would say it is just a shift of attention, because when the attention is focused on the business, the activity, what's going on, the sound, the silence itself can never really be seen or be felt in the heart. But when the shift of the attention happens, and then it is seen that, you know, even noticing, even feeling with the heart space and noticing is effortless, you know, because the attention is one with the heart. It's not being thrown around with the mind, trying to uh, find something that with the activity, what's going on. Because as things they seem to be happening right now, there is always that space that is not happening at all. That is so quiet. It doesn't have any intention to do anything. It's not waiting to do anything. And it's not somebody. It's just the way it is. And from that space, it can be seen that there is an activity, there are people talking, sounds appearing, birds chirping, cars hooting, the activity is going on from that space. So when the attention goes out and identifies with the story, the activity, then it may seem as if there's somebody who's in trouble, who needs to fix things, this and that. But when it comes back to the heart's space, then it is seen that even the activity is still one with the space. So all is this already. So
Shifting,
as this talking is happening, sorry,
the
yes,
shifting of the attention is gradual and cumulative. You know, cumulative accumulates one on top of. It's like a progressive action. I'm finding.
yeah,
You know, it's like the more you live in the silence, and the more that you live from the heart, it just continues to open more doors and continues to be deeper. Um, that's not something I expected. Is it that way for you? Perhaps some of us are more gradual than others.
yeah. You know, here when there's talking happening, people talking, maybe there's a discussion in the group, there's a group of people. Everything is seen from that silence. It is seen. So even what seems to be sounds, people talking, it doesn't matter. It doesn't really matter because it is seen from that silence, and it's seen as silence doing that, not as something different from silence. It is the heart that appears as talking, heart space, talking, sounding, uh, walking, you know. So everything is one already. It's not separate. But when the attention is shifts and is only with the activity, and then the space itself is overlooked. The heart space is overlooked. It seems if it's something that doesn't exist. So if questions are asked when the attention is with the activity, they may seem to be a difficulty in noticing the space that is always there, unmoving. And that's of thing of asking questions in from that space or from that uh, activity, the attention roaming around activity. Question will seem to be going on and they will never stop until the attention comes back to the heart space, and then it is noticed that all is just this. Then there are no questions there. There is unity of all things. And it's always like that. Nobody moves. It is only the attention. It's like right now, as we are talking, if the attention, your attention moves to New York, then it will what is being spoken, you won't be heard because the attention is there. Some things will be missed somehow, So the attention always shifts. So if it's brought back to where to shall say to its source, heart space, this, then everything is okay. And somehow the imaginary separate self may seem to dissolve. And it will be noticed that it wasn't even there. So it never really dissolved. It was just this space appearing as that. So this can never really be understood by thought. It can never really be understood by what seems to be the mind. Because even the mind is imagined. There is no mind already. There's just this spaciousness. It is already here as nothing, as nobody. It can never really be known. It can never really be understood because there is nothing outside of it to know it and understand it already. The noticing and recognition that happens is just it noticing itself and recognizing itself. That it has never been an individual, it has never been separate, that there were no different people, there were no family members, there were no relatives, there were no trees, there were no birds, there were no mountains. It's all just this. The language
Love.
itself may seem, the language itself may seem to somehow make it seem as if there is a separation, you know, but without the language, you know, even the imaginary separate self is not even there. Of course, it's already not there with or without the language, but the language itself, it may seem to,
Wrap it up.
yeah.
The love. The love is flowing. Emerging from the earth and from the sort of, yeah, I think that was supposed to be a question, but there's not really a question there. The love is boiling up in the process of feeling and noticing.
Yeah, noticing itself. When it seems to happen, it is always noticed or always seen that all things are imagined. There are no things. Like for instance, there is no Tuesday. There is no time. There is no year, and there is no you even. When it seems as if there is a you, it's when it is not noticed that when there's no noticing, there's just assumption that are happening, or that there's a, of course there's a me. I'm here. Of course I'm a man. I have life, I'm living life. I was born one day. One day I will die. That's just all that is imagined. But when noticing happens, it is seen that it's just an imagination. Your whole entire life, even the one who seems to have life, is imagined.
Imagined by what?
Nothing, just
Everything.
this, yeah, or everything you can say. Even 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 that which seems to be asking a question is nothing. It's not somebody. If it seems as if it's somebody, that's it. That is imagined. And imagination is not an evidence that there's a real somebody there. It's just imagined. It's the same as when you imagine that behind you there's a huge elephant. Can you get rid of the elephant behind you? What can you do? You can simply stop imagining and just be. Then it is noticed that there wasn't any elephant there behind you. But when that is believed in, then there may seem to be, worry going on, looking around. And the imaginary separate self is always in the past. That doesn't even exist. It's never here now. It's always in the past. To say I'm Charles, that is already in the past. Are you Charles now? Without the past. What are you now?
How could anybody be a word? How could anything be a word? Words are just movements of lips. Yeah. Imagination and memory,
Hmm.
hopes, fears, anticipation mixed together to form the illusion of Charles.
Yeah. Let's say if there were no languages, no language at all, would there be a Charles?
There isn't a Charles anyway. If there were no languages, there'd be no
Charles.
urge to think in terms of the words.
Can even thinking happen without words or without the language?
There's creativity, there's love, there's a spontaneous emergence of life, propagation of life from life. I think all of those things happen without words. Plants happen without words. The earth spins without words. If there was no word for earth, would it spin? No word of spin. Would there be spinning? So let me turn my phone off. It's getting at me.
So this is already wordless. This is already empty. This is already everything. This is already nothing. It can never really be found because it was never lost. It can never really be gotten because it's everything. What can be there outside of everything to get this? Who is even trying to get this? Who's seeking? Who's looking? There's only everything. There's nobody who's seeking. There's nobody who's looking. There's nobody who's talking. There's nobody who's even thinking. So there's no separation. Everything is already this.
You're going in and out. There we go. That's a little better. It's kind of nice not to have the words and the face match. It's almost as if the words are coming from God behind the image. Can you hear me? Can you hear me, Nkosi? He's back.
Yes, yes, I can hear you.
I'll be back in just a second. I'm gonna kick everyone off the internet.
Yes, I can hear you. I can only see your photo.
The internet for 20 minutes.
Yeah, I think it's this computer is overheating somehow. Uh,
Your computer's overheating?
yeah, yeah, but it's comes and goes. It doesn't last. Yeah, it's fine now.
Hmm?
I think it's fine now.
Yeah.
It's good.
Your computer was overheating?
Yeah, it just stopped. So everything is already this. There is already no separation. Whether whether it feels like there is separation or not, there is no separation. And the sense of me It doesn't belong to anyone. It's just what appears in this and disappears. I would say as well, is the sense of me is just totality appearing as that. So it's not personal. Everything is just this appearing. Even thinking, searching, looking, meditating,
Words,
taking a wrong decision or a right decision. Sorry?
words.
Yes. Labels, words, of course. So it's already this expressing as everything. And what seems to be a separate self has never taken any decision, has never done anything. This doesn't see the other, it sees itself. So it doesn't mind itself.
And Kosi, are you there?
And
There you are.
but it's already totality, it's already totality appearing as that. So there are no limitations. This may appear as anything. Anything might be spoken here. Any direction might be taken. It doesn't really matter because everything's this. There's no wrong or right decision here. So there's already nobody to be misled. If it appears that what's happening or what seems to be happening is not this, that's this too. That which seems to say it's not this, it's this, it's already this. Not this doesn't matter to this because everything is this. Even to, when it seems as if there's something that seems to say, "Oh, now I'm giving up non-duality, continue my life, living my life as it is." That's just this totality appearing as that.
It was a strange example. You've been thinking about doing that?
No, just an example. No, there are those examples that uh, you know they are because whenever how can I put it? Mm, whenever something that is spoken seems to be on the positive side, apparently, it may be said that, oh, now this is non-duality. But when it goes the opposite direction, it seems as if, no, it's not. But that's it too. Even that seems to say it's not. That's
Yeah. Death, cold weather, climate change, Donald Trump.
and the sufferer or the imaginary experiencer that seems to be going through a lot in life is just never there. It doesn't exist. It's just this totality, everything already appearing as that. The story itself is an appearance in this. The story itself is unreal in a sense that if it seems as if there's somebody who's a doer there doing things, because there's always that reference to the body. It's, oh, yesterday, where did you go yesterday? I went to the mall to buy some clothes and then I came back as the body. So there is always that reference to the body in the story. So but these bodies are empty already. There's nobody in them. It's already totality appearing as that. And there's no good or bad. It's just what is. So the separate I is already unreal. I would say there's only one I, the I of everything. That which seems to say I is already everything, saying that. I have a question. I have an answer. I'm walking. I'm singing. I'm working. That I is not separate. Is already everything, saying that. So there's nothing to be done. There is only what's happening. And what's happening is not personal. Because there is already no person here who can do anything. There's already no free will. In the story, it may seem as if there's a real free will, but it's already what is totality appearing as somebody who has a free will. But there's no real free will. It's just this deciding everything. If you decide to go to the loo, it's already totality deciding to go to the loo. But in the story, it may seem as if it's you who's deciding to go to the loo. The loo and the going and somebody who seems to be going is already totality appearing as that.
I felt that today when I went to the loo. Occurred to me today when I was going to the bathroom. That was a better example than the last one.
Sorry?
That was a better example than deciding that you to leave non-duality and go on with your life.
Yeah, nobody to even leave.
Nobody to even leave. Is that your aunt? Is she up?
So all decisions. Yeah, no, no, she's not ready to go yet. Still busy. Yeah. So all decisions that may seem to be taken, they are being taken by this. They are not different people taking decisions. You're already dead. That's which you are looking for. The answer to any question is where you are looking for.
Can you say more about that? The answer to any question is where you were looking from. I'm sorry, did you hear me, Nkosi?
No,
I said, could you say more
no,
about that? The answer to any question is where you are looking from.
because everything is arising from this as this. So if there's a question that arises from this, uh, wanting to know this, where it arises from, that's the answer already. So the question and the answer is already nothing appearing.
You said the question and the answer is already nothing appearing.
Yes.
You're still a little glitchy.
Can you hear me?
I can, but you're still a little glitchy sometimes.
Yeah, the network is bad. I think there is a load shedding somewhere around the area because the load shedding or the power cuts usually happens in different areas at different times. So if there's a load shedding uh, in a section close by, there will be you know the network is disturbed.
Because it will cut off the
Yeah.
power to some of the phone, the cell towers, and that's you get your internet from the cell towers, I guess.
Yes. 。 Yes. 。 Yes. 。 . 。 。 . 。 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 。 . 。 。 。 . 。 。 . 。 。 . 。 。 . 。 。 . 。 。 . 。 。 . . 。 . 。
Yes. It shouldn't be load sharing at night, though, right? I mean, because most people have their power off at night.
Yeah, but here, it's always there's always load shedding, even at night, during the day, in the afternoon, in the evening. You know, I don't know what's going on with the power grid.
There'll be a time if they can't keep the power up, people will die from the heat.
Hmm.
That will happen in a few decades, maybe sooner.
Wow. Hmm.
This was great today, Nkosi.
Sorry?
This was great today.
Hmm.
Oh.
Always welcome. So, would you like anything for the week?
Would love something for the week. You got something? Did something come?
Nothing's coming up right now. But if something comes up, and then I'll just send a message.
I'm still working on the last one.
Yeah. I'll just send a message. Oh, really, something is coming up. So if there's an intense searching that happens there at times and seeking, you may as well look where you're searching from, as what are you searching? Because that somehow is overlooked, as I've been mentioning earlier, is overlooked. That's all. This is I'm meditating. This is me. I'm meditating. I'm searching. I'm doing. You know. But when the attention is brought to that, the noticing is brought to that which is seeking, searching. So if seeking and searching is appearing, as what are you searching? So that's what's coming up.
It's a good
Just
one.
coming up. Sorry, come again?
That's a good one.
Yeah.
I can do that. I posted to Michael's group last week's video, and as a joke, I wrote it up as a lesson plan. Did you see that?
Yeah, I saw it. I always
And
I always see your post today.
and somebody responded, "Oh, great! Now we're doing self-improvement."
Seriously?
Somebody was mad, but I'd accidentally posted a link before I'd made it public anyway, so I had to delete it, redid it. But I thought that was kind of funny. Somehow
Yeah,
non-duality and self-improvement are contradictory.
yeah,
There's nobody to
yeah.
improve.
I know there are always those adverts, police. They never you post.
What'd you
Have to
call it?
be
The
careful.
Advaita police?
Sorry,
I'm sorry, you went out for a minute. What did you call them? What kind of police?
adverts or
Advaita police.
non-duality
Yeah, that's what I thought you said.
advisor. Yeah.
The Advaita police.
Will be arrested. Watch your words.
Okay, and Kosi, I'm gonna go eat some ice
Yeah.
cream. Say hello to your aunt.
Oh,
Thank you.
nice. Thanks. You're welcome.
Oh, next week I'll be flying back from DC. So, um, it's your Monday.
Yeah, yeah, we can do
But
it on
today's
Monday.
your Monday already, right? In the morning. Can we do it like can we do it your Wednesday? Is that possible?
Yeah, it's possible. So
Okay.
your Wednesday is going to be my Thursday.
No, wait a second. Today is my Tuesday and today is your Wednesday?
Yes,
It's Wednesday there. All right. Okay. So can we do it your Friday? We can't do it your Thursday because that's Michael's group. So can we do it your Friday?
yes, yes, we can
Okay.
do it.
Okay. I'll reach out on your Friday.
Uh,
Okay.
no problem.
Thank you.
You're welcome.